Have you ever broken any part of your body? No, just my brain from drugs. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. I've done like a couple videos previously about answering some questions. That was before I actually used it the way I should have been by like answering on Tellonym instead of just answering as questions. Digimon movie remaster better include Angela Anaconda Sword or I'm boycotting, right? Goddamn bet. It better be in the highest fidelity for that Angela Anaconda opening. We need to see more Angelamon. When I first made my anonymous questions videos, there were like I had what 50 questions total. Now I'm over 300, I think. So I'm not going to be answering every specific one in my videos now. It's the more the ones that get me to think kind of thing. Have like a more in-depth kind of answer. Or ones that aren't asked very, very often. First off, do you drink alcohol from time to time? Yeah, but not really. Last time I actually had anything to drink was, I would say, Christmas. I was going to do, like, tips, I guess, uh, for a donathon, or for that charity stream I did. Drop some money for the charity, I'll take a drink kind of thing, like drop a couple buck or whatever. Nobody did that small enough amount, so I didn't end up drinking that day and end up spilling it on my keyboard. I haven't had any alcohol since. What did you believe in for way too long as a child? Ooh, that's a dark one. That, like, life was totally in your grasp, that you could literally do anything, which, it's sort of true. It just comes with a fuck ton of caveats, and you gotta work way harder than you ever thought. When was the last time I was ill? Typically, I'm not too ill. It's usually once a year kind of thing. It was last winter, and then I got strep throat like last week. That was fun. Tellonym, I presume? Yeah, Tellonym. I just kept track of all the questions I had been given. Or at least the ones that caught my eye. How do I feel about gambling? Would I? Yeah, I would go to a casino and play some blackjack or whatever. I'd probably go in with like a set amount of $100, and if I lose $100, that's it for the night. But it's not something I typically go out of my way to do. I don't even buy scratchy wins. Three kinds of people who annoy you the most. Minors for one. The most. I don't know. I don't really think about people who annoy me very much. Kind of just live my life. I'm pretty sure I gave 3 answers in the tweet response, but I just don't remember. When's my birthday? May 1st. What Netflix show do you like the most? I'm gonna presume they mean Netflix original. I don't know. There's a lot. I don't watch Netflix that much these days. I've actually been watching Disney Plus. I know, bad shame, cancel me. Um, Bad Batch has been pretty decent. What else have I been watching? Seriously, what else have I been watching? Oh, Gundam Witch from Mercury. That's been pretty good. Pretty good. You got a partner currently? Yep. What brings you a bunch of joy at the moment? Mostly weed. What does being courageous mean to you? God, these are like all so vague. But I mean, anonymous questions, of course, they're going to be vague. I don't know. Doing something that seems scary. I'm also really, really high. First cartoon character you had a crush on? I want to say Sally Acorn. She was pretty cute. Anything bad happened today? Oh, yeah, there's always drama happening. How old are you? 12,032. I know, it's surprising. 10,000-year-old demon that looks like an adult. How do you like to cuddle? I like to be the big spoon. Do you think karma really exists? No, that's superstitious bullshit, just like religion. How should I take not getting an answer from you? Lying down? Bent over? I don't know. Like, is this about anonymous, like Tellonym questions, or is it about a DM that I forgot to respond to? I don't fucking know. You can always send me another one. When a friend of yours likes to gossip, do you think they gossip about you? They obviously gossip about you. Like, if they gossip about everybody else, of course they gossip about you. Literally doesn't matter. Usually demons look younger at that age. Must be the stress. Stress and smoking. Is there a person you are constantly comparing yourself to on Instagram? No, I don't use Instagram. What did you do with friends that wasn't allowed? A lot of stuff. I think the dumbest things we did was blocking traffic to get people to honk for the local hockey team. Even though we weren't wearing any jerseys or whatnot, we were just dumb kids. Is being popular important to you? No, that's why I'm openly progressive. Dealing with fake friends, how do you do it? Live your life? Like, who who cares that much? If it's a big problem that they're fake, then don't associate with them. Is it that hard? Hey Raj, how you doing? You have advice for when parents won't let you have a relationship. Move out, be an adult. Oh my god. Please tell me somebody over 18 sent me that. You ever feel alone? Yes, constantly. I'm a public figure. What are you currently thinking too much about that is not good for you? Probably. It's usually VTuber drama, to be honest. Does money play a role for you when dating? No, I don't really date, so it doesn't play any role. Something that someone said that made you feel insecure. Oh, I got bothered for publicly singing in music class one year in high school, and that's held on to me like forever. Let's say you got famous overnight, what would you do? Go back to sleep, make sure I'm not dreaming. What quality of yourself are you most proud of? I don't know. I don't really take pride in myself. Surprisingly. Hey, hero. What did you buy online recently? Hero pitch me? What? What did I buy online recently? Jeez, what was the last thing I ordered online? I have no idea. Oh, pinch you, make sure you're not dreaming. That makes sense, yeah. Make sure it's actually going on. Yeah, I don't buy stuff online recently. So I honestly can't tell you the last thing I bought. Do you or a friend have a Tinder horror story? What's your worst? Oh my god, this one's pretty funny. So I was pretty, you know, needing it, so I went on Grinder, and somebody had a somewhat cute picture of themselves with the teddy bear. I Neither of us could host that night, but he said he had a car. Okay, I'm pretty down bad. Let's do this. Turns out his friend was driving. Okay, I'm pretty down bad. I'm doing this. We end up three-way playing in the back of the car. That was a lot of fun. Dude gets a little mouth fun and then proceeds to finish himself off and then proceed to say he needs to get dropped off for work tomorrow. Like, that's where you wanted to end this? So obviously me and his friend drop him off and then find another dark alley and go finish what we started. I still keep in contact somewhat with his friend. I've never talked to that dude since. I wonder if he knows about that I've talked about it publicly. I don't even know the dude's name, so it's not like it's going to come back to him. What topic do guys often lie about in your experience? About the same as any other gender. It varies from person to person. Yay. But if I had to pick one, it would be dick size. When did you not speak up when you should have? Honestly, this one's hard to come up with off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I did tweet that out. The camera looking at me fine. That's being a little weird. I don't know. I'm definitely sure there have been times when I should have spoken up, but I just can't think of any off the top of my head. Bloody hell, how have I been? I've been dying of strep throat for over a week. That was a lot of fun. And by fun, I mean not fun and a lot of pain. I didn't even really get to smoke weed that much. Missed 2 weeks of work. It sucked. Gonna stop it? No, I'm not gonna stop it. How do you invite the person you like to your house? Well, in my experience, if I got the place to myself, I just say, "Hey, you want to suck my dick?" and then they show up. But I am aware that doesn't work for everybody. So, I don't know, invite them to check out your gunpla collection or your Lego collection or whatever in hobby you have. Basically, if you tell people you got a hobby and want to show it off, it shows that you're more of a person than just trying to get in their pants. What names would you give your children? Um, I don't know. I didn't even give my cats names. They just kind of already had them, and we just left them. That's kind of how I'm gonna treat kids. Hey, Praxis, how you doing? You have allergies like hay fever. No, I'm immortal. But the only thing of all the things for me to suck at, I suck at breathing. So there's that. Describe offsides if you can. Isn't that a thing from hockey when the puck goes across the offensive line before the attacking player? Like the team in control? I don't know. I don't watch ice football very much. If you're reincarnated as a sea creature, what would it be? Um, Orcas are pretty cool. When was the last time you cried and why? I actually don't remember the last time I had a full-on cry. It was probably stressing over life. That's usually what I cry about. Any parties you went to recently? There was a dying party in my bed and I was invited. That wasn't very fun. I did watch a lot of Simpsons. Honestly, they're kind of funny still. Do you think parties are okay for a first date? Why? I mean, it depends. If you're both into it, yes, there's a lot of people there, pretty public, that's cool. If the other person is not into it, that's a horrible idea. How do you feel about polyamory? I personally don't care. I got friends that are polyamorous. It does not bother me. I'm kind of the opposite. I'm arrow. Like aromantic. I don't experience romantic attraction. I just like to be friends with people and have sex with them. How to start a new relationship when you have trust issues. Work on your issues first, then try to get into a relationship. Do you prefer younger or older people? Why? I prefer people my own age. I do tend to bat older instead of going younger because honestly, it feels a little creepy to go even towards like 19, 20. It's a personal bother of mine if the person I'm sleeping with is younger than the movie Shrek. And yes, there are 20-year-olds that fall in that demographic. How are you feeling lately? I'm getting over strep throat. That's pretty poggers. I'm like, I'm like a quarter of the way through my questions. Nice. So old? I thought I was older than you. How are you romantic? I don't know. I'm arrow. But apparently this stuff that I like doing as friends, like cuddling and watching a show, is seen as romantic. So we're like a year off or something. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know. I just know my birth year is a palindrome. Oh my god, that gives it away. Older than the movie Shrek and my birth year is a palindrome. Unless you go by my lore, then I'm like 12,000 years old, so I'm always batting younger and don't get a choice. A few years. Yeah. Yeah. Just a couple bones grinding to dust. What's your opinion on violent ment? Um I wonder if they meant violent means. Hey Joestar. Anyone younger than the US release date of the Dreamcast is not allowed in my bubble. That's fair. Hell, that's even older than my standards. So, opinion on violent means, I guess? Because they put in meant, and I'm guessing it's a typo. But I don't know. If God, these are all so vague, it's hard to give definitive answers. It depends what you're protesting, what you're fighting for, how long you've been fighting for it. There's so many. No, no, not violent mint. Violent ment. like meant, like they meant to do something. So that's why I got all confused. So I assume it means violent means. Yeah. Yeah, it's bothersome. I don't know. Let's go with ends justify the means. That's a soft take. That's a cold take. What sport or game do you want to see live? Combat sports are kind of fun to watch. I'd actually like to see Alana McLaughlin fight somebody live. Oh, I would also like to see not combat sports, but it's like combat sports adjacent wrestling. I want to see Commander Stephanie Sterling versus Kid Bandit. That's an actual fight that's going to happen, and I want to see it. What have you regretted recently? No new regrets, just old regrets over surgeries at 14. If you joined a band, who would you be? I don't know. I would definitely prefer to be the vocalist, but like I've got backgrounds in drumming, so yay. Love the Commander? Goddamn yeah! They're so great. I love the Jimquisition videos. I love them. Right? Do you want to achieve a lot in life? I don't know. I just kind of like being able to have my commentary and channel and stuff. Be able to put that out there. It'd be cool if I didn't have to, you know, work construction during the week. That's kind of bullshit. Things that are important to you on a first date. Asking if there's a second date. Because if you put that off, you might not actually get that answer and be stuck on the hook for a while. Fun fact, I've been in my relationship for 9 years next weekend. And I asked her when the next time I would see her is on our first date. And then, well, here we are 9 years later. So take that one with a grain of salt. What song have you had in your head a bunch recently? Hey, Nessie. Crack the Sky by Requiem. Ah, that song is such a goddamn banger. I can't stop thinking about it. It's like what I always play when I turn on Spotify now. Maybe we make fan art of you, perhaps? I absolutely adore fan art. I got a special drive in my computer for every little bit that I've gotten so far. I should really turn that into like this starting soon for the stream or something. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? Hopefully dead. What age did you like best so far and why? Uh, I'm gonna be honest. So far, the 30s seem to be the better decade for me, given that there was a lot of repression in my early years, and I didn't even really come out to myself until my late 20s. So actually being able to live as myself has been pretty poggers. Plus, being able to. You happen to have those like full body references? Yeah, I got full body references available. What was I saying? Oh yeah, 30s are not that bad. Ultimate goal in life? Um, to not have to retire at 65 so I can like enjoy life while I'm still living it and able to. Where to get the best burger? Oh my god, I loved my tweet response to this. Because, like, I made it long enough that it was describing a place. It was describing a chain, honestly. My preferred burger is A&W. I do prefer what's it? A Canadian favorite known as White Spot. Most y'all don't have that. But those are pretty good burgers. You're not really going to see them anywhere. Out of Canada, I don't think. How is everything? I am getting better from strep throat. Yeah, you guys have White Castle. I don't think I've tried that, honestly. I've seen Harold and Kumar. Does that count? I think it counts. We're going to count it. Where to get the best pizza? A&W is amazing. If you can try it, you should. Where to get the best pizza? My mom makes the best pizza, hands down. No cap. What do you think about gold diggers? Be upfront, I don't give a shit. Like, seriously. If you're upfront about your intentions, why should I care? New York pizza is overrated, to be honest. Isn't that like the flat, disgustingly non-stiff pizza? It's like objectively bad. I need a fluffy pizza with lots of sauce and topping. I'm not even Italian. I just have, taste buds. Do, do, do. You're from there, so you're aware you're being blasphemous. Oh, extra thick crust, always, always. Have you ever seen something nasty, and what was it? Don't look at tubgirl.com. That is pretty nasty. I'm warning you. But, like, you're all adults. I fucking hope you're all adults, anyways. You hate licorice? No, I actually like licorice. You prefer custard or cream on a dessert? Oh, God, I love that cream. Also, gotta see, yeah, don't look that one up. There's a lot of bad shit on the internet. Do you think people should be canceled over the debate of pineapple on pizza? Yes. Cancel the people that don't like pineapple on pizza. You can get away with it if you're allergic, but if you're actively going against people that like pineapple on pizza, you can go cancel yourselves. There, that's TOS friendly, right? Are you wait, Goddessy served as the inspiration for a Nokia phone? That's hilarious and disgusting. ATM, what makes you happy? No, I prefer just the without the mouth part. That's what makes me more happy. Mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry. It's like they don't read that mistress is in the title. I also know they don't check the bio, so. Please step on me, 20 bucks and I'll make Steppies art. What do you think makes a person beautiful? Courage. See my earlier answer. Steppies. What's the last thing you think of before dozing off? Um, Usually lewd stuff. Apparently the designs were rejected so much that he made Odyssey design that miraculously got approved. That's disgusting and amazing. That's dismazing. Your opinion on sweatpants. They are comfy, but not always the most aesthetically pleasing. If you could choose between curing cancer or solving world hunger, which would you choose? I'd solve world hunger. That's the one that would actually be more readily solvable. When was the last time you were upset with yourself? Like, like all the time. Y'all don't know me. That's pretty clear. How big is your D? 7. What cup size are you? Sadly, A still. Cream pie or bukkake? Cream pie feels better. Bukkake looks better. Is it weird to like Queen in 2023? I still got them on my playlist. Do you think garlic bread is required as a side dish for pizza? Required? No, but it makes it a million times better. What did you just do? Suggest having garlic bread with pasta. How do you feel about the statement women only pay attention to looks? That it's about as accurate as men only pay attention to looks. You like anchovies on pizza? Each their own. Not my thing. I just don't like fish. What's really going on between you and this one person? I don't know. They're probably mad that I had sex with their mother. Was there a stressful task you had to do recently? Yeah, I had sex with that one person's mother. Is there someone you want with you right now, and who? I hard to pinpoint specific people. Like I got people around me that I do like, but I'm also recovering from strep throat, so I don't really want to add them immediately to it. If I didn't have to worry about that, I've definitely got some friends that I'd like to see. I miss hanging out with my friends. It's been a while. Which eye color is the most attractive? Yours. What makes you so beautiful? Confidence. Who do you prefer to call rather than text? Draconis. Oh, Pan Fried, I didn't know you were watching. Ghost. Gotta call the Ghostbusters. I actually like to chat with Draconis. He's a good guy to talk with. Opinion on smoked meats. I like them, they're tasty. You take care, Nessie. Thanks for popping in. What are you not in the mood for right now? My fucking hand tracking, apparently. Do you prefer riding a bike with a helmet or without? I mean, it's more comfortable without, but I'd rather not have my head cracked open. You know how it is. Safety first. Should finances be divided up when married? If yes, why? Well, I'm gonna say no because, like, why would you tie your lives together if you're not going to go all the way? I guess. I don't know. Marriage is cringe. What do you think of breaking up over text? I think it's the coward's way out. Only less cowardly way, or only more cowardly way to do it is to have somebody else do it for you. What sport is hot when boys play it? All of them. What's something sexy you do? I make lewd art sometimes. It's been a while. I really should focus on it more. Where do you post it? Oh, I used to post it on Twitter. I have been posting it to Rule 34. A shared account for joint expenses is a good idea while still retaining your own private accounts for personal use. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Have at least some kind of shared account, I guess. Is There's something that you would show somebody you're crushing on. I would show them my gunpla. If they're not interested in that, they're not interested in me, as far as I'm concerned. Or my Warhammer. Bitches love my Warhammer. Do you care about how many people a person you like dated before you and why? No, I don't give a shit because I'm not the jealous type. Something childish, but you still like it. Uh, um, Gundam model creation, I guess. People see it as childish, but like, it's got a lot of details you gotta worry about. Don't be mean. What's your opinion on driving fast? I want to get there alive, not get there now. Which piercings would you never get and why? I'm not having any sharp things near my genitals. I'm not into that. Advice for someone who is sad. Honestly, you can't really give advice for that. You kind of gotta live your feelings, experience your emotions, let them out, and then try to move on. Or when you're sad, you can just stop being sad and be awesome instead. Quote Barney Stinson. Any tips for online games to play together with friends? Um, Uno. That's a good one for friends, right? Says Uno with friends. For real though, like Castle Crashers, that Ninja Turtles beat 'em up. Anything but Uno. Come on, I'm funny. What challenging thing are you working through these days? Capitalism. Did you know it takes roughly 3 weeks for a can of Pepsi to melt a coin? Wait, a glass of Pepsi melts a coin in roughly 3 weeks. I guess depending on the metallic composition, it could be sooner or longer. But I guess that makes sense given that Pepsi is pretty acidic. You a person who resent things? Why? No, I don't really. I mean, we all resent things in some ways, but typically I don't go around my life thinking about all the stuff I resent. What's your opinion on expensive cars? Literally don't care about them. If people want to buy them because they have the means, okay, I really don't care that much. How do you feel about jewelry and what do you like to wear? I don't care that much about jewelry, to be honest. I got a belly button ring on my VTuber, but I actually don't have any piercings or. Oh, I do have some rings. I've got the entire Green Lantern emotional spectrum of rings, all 10 of them. And I also have a thing of finger armor. That's like a long thingy. I got a selfie out there out somewhere with it. I don't feel like digging it up right this second. But yeah, I don't typically wear jewelry. What do you think right now about your family? I like my parents. I like my younger brother. My older brother, we could be closer. When was the last time you spoke with a stranger? A few weeks ago, actually. That was kind of weird. He just started talking at me, and that just kind of reciprocated because he was an elderly dude that looked like he needed a friend. And, yeah, it didn't go very nice places. What was the last compliment you got? Um, That's a good question. Why are you single? You're cute. What song reminds you of a beautiful moment? Um, Let me look at my playlist or my playlist. One playlist that I listen to. Beautiful moment, beautiful moment. God, it's honestly hard for me to tie specific moments to entire songs. Yeah, I don't know. Um, Fuck it, Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. Because when I would play Rock Band with all my friends, that would be the song that we would always end the set list with. Like, whenever we were done playing, we'd do one last song, and it was Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. What do you always take with you, no matter what? Weed, usually. Yeah, I used to play Rock Band. I actually still have it. Though, like, I had considered doing like a Rock Band stream on Twitch, but I hate Twitch. So it might just be a Discord stream in the future. But I do still have my copy of Rock Band 3 installed to my Xbox 360, which I still have. And I have a capture card that would let me play it on stream. So, like, that might be in the future. I just gotta stop being lazy and actually set it up again. Where was I? What if my heart wants one person but my head wants someone else? How do I decide? Masturbate and then think about it. Who are you? The person everybody's asking questions about. Or asking questions to. Which app do you think is unnecessary? Honestly, at this point, Twitter. Lipstick or no lipstick? I prefer lipstick. I like to see how close to the root they get. What have you been excited about recently? Oh my god, Final Fantasy XIV. I'm going to be getting back into that pretty soon. Aside from that, Diablo 4, I've been playing a fuckload of that. Tips on dealing with never having a relationship but wanting one. Don't put it too high on a pedestal. Try to find local events that you, take personal interest in. Go to them and socialize with people. Keep doing that. You will eventually meet people that become friends, and those friends can also develop into relationships. It's not something that you can just force to happen. It's really, you got to put effort into it. What's something you can't wrap your brain around? The amount of people that ask me, an aromantic person, questions and advice for romantic, like pursuing romantic relationships. Like, why? Why? I mean, I get it. I've been in a really long relationship, but are my insights really that good regarding that? You excited for Mario vs. Sonic movie crossover that's coming soon? It's not actually coming soon. That was kind of a hoax, but I would watch that if it happened. Is there one thing you could not live without? Weed. Do you think you're a good texter? I'm pretty mid. You ever kiss someone and regretted it after? Why? Not immediately after. I don't really kiss randomly. What's cool about city living? The amount of people you're able to socialize with greatly increases compared to smaller towns. What are you wearing today? Um, let's go with nothing. That's pretty hot, right? Yeah, nothing. Flirting in person or via texting? Oh, in person. 100%. Being able to watch their reactions is so good. A little exhibitionist? Yeah, you really don't know me, do you, Shala? That's one of my top three. Do you get along with boys or girls more, and why? Uh, I honestly get along with everybody pretty equally across the board. Doesn't really make a difference to me. Which advice can you give when friends are always jealous of you? Make better friends. They shouldn't be jealous of you. Because, they should be an adult and be happy for your success rather than wishing for it for themselves. Kind of pretty childish of them. Last time you laughed, who made you and why? Oh my god, it's a tough one. I'm gonna put my cat on the mic when my friend showed me that one, because like it's been a while since somebody has specifically made me laugh with something, especially IRL, and that was really fucking funny to laugh with all my friends about. Any way to heal an unfulfilling relationship? Try talking with the person. Have you considered that? Being open about, excuse me, about what's bothering you, where they're feeling, what's it? If they're feeling it's unfulfilling as well. It's a two-way street, and you fix it with communication. Is it wrong that you like both? Is it wrong that I like both genders? I'm bisexual. You're asking a bisexual if being a bisexual is wrong. No, it's not wrong. It's who we are. Is there something you would like to have but don't get? More money. What do you think when people always arrive too early? You're either early or late, so I'm mad about it? You like art? Yeah, I actually like art. How do I know if I'm being taken advantage of? Ooh, that's a tough one, honestly. That one, wow, yeah. Chat, you got any recommendations for that one? If the relationship feels completely one-sided, like you're not getting a word in, you're not being able to get like anything done, I guess. That's kind of it. I don't know. I think I need more weed to properly address this. Have you ever fallen from your circle of friends? Um, no, not really. I've never been outright ostracized by the circle of friends I've developed because, like, we were all kind of outcasts in school. Subjective and situational, so no. Yeah, I mean, there are so many different ways of being taken advantage of. It's so hard to give an exact answer. Last time I went shopping, what'd you buy? Groceries, like I usually buy. Do Was there one school year you liked the most, and why? College was pretty poggers, except expensive. That was a pretty cool almost year of my life. When is constant messaging considered cheating? This was asked by a super jealous person, I can tell that. When it bridges the gap between what you've already established as boundaries in your relationship and territory that is beyond the boundaries of the relationship. That's when it becomes cheating. Is somebody just messaging, hi, how are you doing? That kind of stuff regularly. Is that cheating? No. Is it cheating to ERP through texts? It can be. It depends on the relationship and the boundaries set. Someone wants to be friends with you. What should they know about you? That I am horrible at DMing people. Caramel or fudge? I prefer caramel. Are you one of those who like math? Yes or no, and why? I mean, I have to use math for my work, but I don't really like it. Fractions suck. Think they meant shopping for things I like? Yeah, I don't do that either. And an XLR cable? I don't even think my microphone could support that. Yeah, last I checked, it didn't have the extension for that. It's just the USB microphone. Giving gifts something you like to do? I do like to, but I often am lacking of time to make gifts or funds to buy gifts. Do you like roller coasters? Fuck no. Favorite color? Green. Current mood? Streaming. How much would it cost you to change the name of I Spy with My Little Eye with something cooler like Target Acquired or Virtual Spotlight? Ooh, that one hurt. I know it's not the best name, but it's original. For real though, I don't think it could hurt too much to have a updated name for the podcast. Part of me does want to kind of rebrand. I'm not sure to what though. How can you ask someone a second time to go on a date when the first answer was no? I would recommend not asking again. Because, like, if they rejected you, move on with your life. There's 8 billion people out in the world. No such thing as soulmates. They're not made, or, yeah, soulmates are not made, they're found. Or, no, they're not found, they're made. Like, you don't become soulmates with somebody, or you don't have people that already exist as your soulmate. You develop a relationship with them, you strengthen your bond together, you both change in ways that are influenced by the other, that improve both your lives, and over time you become soulmates. You ever acted like you were sick? In school a lot, but when there's money on the line, I don't really fake it because, my bills don't care if I'm sick. Ever had a hangover? Not from alcohol, but from weed, yes. Who's your craziest friend? Honestly, I don't know. I don't really scale people on a rank of crazy. Do you have a nickname? Uh, Bry, I guess. Some people call me Mistress, but that's really more of a litmus test of who's a horn dog and who's actually trying to talk to me. The only person I've been called Mistress by that I haven't felt like is a horn dog is fucking Vivi-chan. Just like her gremlin energy completely negates the context of the of the nickname, so it's like really funny to me. But I mean, hey, that's how it goes. Would you prefer to be very intelligent or super creative, and why? I'd rather be creative. Intelligence is overrated. Ignorance is bliss, and that's why I'm depressed. What's the best trip you ever took? Ooh, I went to a dinosaur museum once. That was pretty poggers. There's someone you're interested in ATM. Again, I don't really like ass to mouth. But there's a lot of people I'm interested in ass. Dinosaurs, pterosaurs, pterodons, mesosaurs, or plesiosaurs. I prefer dinosaurs. You have issues shaving your legs. Not really, it's like shaving the rest of my body. What happened unexpectedly? I'm pretty close to surpassing my YouTube to surpass my Twitch. That's pretty poggers. Advice on what to do when the person you like pulls away. Give them space. Oh god, I still got a ton of phlegm. Yeah, when you like a person and then they start pulling away, you should give them space rather than appear like overly clingy. What should a man never wear on a date? Uh, Axe body spray. Nobody likes being reminded of high school. How do you deal with someone confessing their feelings for you, but you have none? Oh, okay, now this is a question that actually is pointed towards me. In regards to relationships. Like so many people. I've had a handful of people confess feelings to me, but like I can't reciprocate. I'm arrow. But I mean that's my excuse. I can't reciprocate those feelings. I'm arrow. And if somebody confesses feelings to you, but you're not arrow, you kind of just tell them that you don't feel that way about them, I guess. Uh, Rude things someone has said to you lately. Um, I'm sure there have been things. I don't remember. It's like I really don't pay much mind to it. You're the type of person that overthinks a ton on weird things. Birthday suit is pretty horrible to show up in if you're not a nudist dating another nudist. Yeah, that's true. Don't really want to show up to the first date wearing bathing or a birthday suit. How much money to send dick pic live on Twitter? I don't know. I originally tweeted $50, but I'm also willing to take 20. Of course, my that picture's also floating around my Discord if you know where to look. Opinions on girls with lip filler. I really couldn't care less. Whatever makes them more comfortable in their body, cool with me. I really don't care. Did Corona bring people together or push them apart? Did a bit of both. Is that an old link? I forget. I mean, with the social bonds that were already established, those did kind of strengthen, but I think it divided people way more than it brought them together. There's something you really wish for right now. I wish I didn't have to go back to work on Monday. 6 a.m. start. Yay! Would you say would you say there's something you do but instantly regret on a regular consistent basis? No, not really. Your opinion on jealousy in a friendship. Jealousy doesn't have a place in a friendship. You actually care about your friends. 6 a.m. sounds terrible. Yeah, fab shop, so I'm gonna be doing god I get up at 4 a.m. It's a long commute. And it's gonna be fabricating stuff in a shop, so that's going to be extra fun. That's why I want to be a YouTuber already. But we do what we gotta do. Oh, then I gotta update that. What can I do if someone asked for my number but never got in touch? Ah, that sucks. I would bet that it's cold feet from them. Oh my god, there's still so many more questions to go through. Ah, not terribly long. We've only been at it for an hour of anonymous questions. Totally not going to bomb the video. You ever put your keys somewhere then forgot where you put them there? Or then forget that you put them there? Yeah. Whenever I put them in like a different pocket, that really fucks me up because I forget that I put them in that pocket. I'm always used to having like my phone in its own pocket, my wallet, my keys, my lighters, and if they're not in there, I have a mini heart attack and then pat around to try and find them. When dating someone, does height matter to you? No, not really, but I do prefer to be the taller one. Would you want to have a lot of kids? One would be a lot of kids for me. How did you become the way you are? A lifetime. I don't know, my parents did their best to raise me, and I turned out the way I wanted in the end. There's someone you've been thinking about lately, in particular, not really. Just recovering from strep throat. Which movies make you laugh even if you watch it alone? Huh, I don't really watch a whole lot of movies. I'm gonna be real. So let's go through my actual list of stuff I like. What actually oh, Kung Fu Panda is pretty good. Honestly. I don't think I've seen the third one yet, but the first two I really liked. Um in terms of funny. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kung Fu Panda. Boondock Saints had some pretty good jokes in there, but they weren't really comedies. Do you play Call of Duty? No, I have sex with people. Why do you answer so little? Because I'm forgetful. In your opinion, which app is annoying? X. God, fucking Elon turns everything into his X, doesn't he? Are you into painting and drawing? I used to be, but not as much. I need to find a my proper stylus or order a new one and I can get back into it. Because as it turns out, I have a tablet that I could use. Have you ever broken any part of your body? No, just my brain from drugs. You like Pokemon? Pokemon's pretty cool. I don't have a Switch, so I can't play the latest ones, but I might play Pokemon Infinite Fusion. How are you feeling right now? Pretty good, pretty good. Recovering from that strep throat. Would you say you're a shy person? Nah. Not terribly. It really depends on the situation I'm in. Like, if I've got common ground to talk with people, I'll usually talk with them. But, like, a lot of the time, if I get a read on a person, I don't really like them, I'm not going to be engaging too much in conversation with them, and that can come across as shy when really I just don't want to talk with them. What can you do if you're pregnant in a bad relationship? Well, I'm gonna be real. You got a couple options. You can either go the path of abortion, which is 100%. You've got to come up with that decision yourself. You can't be pushed into that, technically. Or you could break up with them. Honestly, if it's a bad relationship, I'd break up with them, whether or not you want to keep the baby. Your opinion on dating a best friend's sibling? It really shouldn't bother people as long as you're not taking advantage of their sibling. Like, people get overly defensive. It's weird. Do you have a crush on somebody? No, I'm aromantic. What's worse, the extreme right or the extreme left? It's the extreme right. They're the ones that actually do all this stochastic terrorism. Oh my god. Do people really not know that? Is there an embarrassing story from your childhood that still follows you around? What is it? Fine, I'll actually say the that person that was like I was set to do a performance for a project for music class, and when I had gone up to sing, or when we were setting up on the quote unquote stage, I was setting the microphone up, and one person in the front row was like, "Oh, you're going to sing again," and then that kind of stuck with me for many many years. I did sing that day. I did do that for that performance, but that was kind of like the last time I did publicly for quite a few years. It wasn't until what's it? I want to say early to mid 20s. My older brother took me to a karaoke bar, and I ended up singing Kryptonite by Three Doors Down in a room full of drunk people, and that actually really helped. I've also got a video out more recently that's a lullaby my dad used to sing. Though I mean, my recording's not that great of it, but still, I'm slowly getting over that. Who is your closest relative? Honestly, that would have to be my parents. I used to be a lot closer with my younger brother, but we kind of drifted apart. I still I keep in contact with my parents most out of all of my family. What did you do last weekend? Oh, I was dying. I don't know if you heard. How do you start a convo with someone you're into via app? Say more than just hey, how you doing? That kind of shit, because that's like what we always goddamn get. Ask a question about the bio, ask something about the person rather than just how you doing? How's the day? That kind of thing. You don't ask that to start a conversation. It just bothers people. What's your zodiac sign? Taurus, but I don't believe in zodiacs. Never respond to DMs, just say hi. I know, right? Like, why even bother just saying hi? It's weird. Hey, Becca, how you doing? In your opinion, should weed be legal? Yeah, 100% legalize it. It's no worse for you than alcohol. It is a lot better for you than nicotine. So, yeah, legalize it. Glad you're doing good. Yeah, weed is legal where we are. Lucky us. Do you have a fake account on Instagram and why? A fake account? No, I have an old account that I don't use anymore. I used to post on it, but I just don't anymore. I don't care. Do you think people should be afraid to show their scars on their body? No, I don't think they should be afraid to. There's just a lot of stigma around it that people are pissy because they got uncomfortable about it. But I mean, scars are character. They show you've been through shit. The state legalized it, but my complex hasn't because it's not legalized federally. That is so weird. If you could travel to your future or past, which would you choose and why? Oh, I would 100% go to my past. My life would be so much better if I just knew, hey, don't get that surgery. How do you feel about all the people converting to vans to travel? Would you want that? I would prefer fuel efficient vans to standard cars for sure. But I think people should move to like buses and trains for transportation. Reasons you get bored in a relationship after a while. You got into a relationship for the wrong reasons. What do you think of fast food? Is tasty. I actually wish I had some right now, but I'm not gonna. Have you ever woken up and felt like your room didn't feel like your room? No, I can't say that I have, except for moving into a new place. Do you think vegans should be called out when they send death threats to people who eat meat? I mean, yeah, but how often does that honestly happen anymore these days? I thought they largely shut the fuck up, but it could just be me ignoring them. What was the last thing you watched on television? That would actually be The Iron Giant. It has been that long since I've watched anything. Well, to be fair, it was a rerun that was on like a couple weeks ago. But, like, I never watch TV. It's always streaming services. How would you like to live in an apartment with your best friends? I've had that before. I've never actually lived on my own. Whew, gassy, what the fuck? What are the three most important things to you right now and why? Weed, cannabis, weed, Your Honor. I don't know, for real though, shelter, food, money, just to live life in this goddamn society. What do you think about the idea that men are taken more seriously than women? I mean, it kind of happens. It's not really an idea. It's more of how the systems we live in work. At what point do you think a protest goes too far? Yeah, that's super goddamn vague. I mean, I would be a lot more willing to, or I'd be a lot. I'm I'm more okay with more drastic measures for like the climate crisis than I am just about people eating meat and like the problem of the meat industry. There are definitely arguments to be made for both sides of them, but like one of them is a lot more pressing than the ethics of eating meat. Ever forget something on public transportation? Oh yeah, one time I forgot my bus pass on the bus. That kind of sucked. That was the day I was going to work. Ooh, that was fun getting home and then replacing that. Do you like blue or green eyes better? I kind of like green eyes better. They stand out a bit more. You'll delete chat history after not having contact for a while. Nope. I think I've deleted a couple bots that tried to commission me on Discord, but like typically I've got conversations all the way back to like 2016 in my DMs. So at least I think 2016, 2018 maybe, 2017. I don't know. I've got DMs from people that I haven't spoken to in years, but they're just sitting there. Uh, how good are you at saving money? Not the greatest. I live paycheck to paycheck. How tall are you? 6'1". If you had to decide, would you be taller or shorter? I do like being taller. What animal have you seen outdoors that you thought was the coolest? Elk are pretty cool. I've seen those pretty close. I've seen bears fairly close. Has a friend ever said something that hurt you even though it wasn't meant that way? What was it about? Oh, that most definitely has happened. I just honestly can't remember off the top of my head any instances because I don't hold grudges. I don't think about the times when, oh, my friends hurt me. When friends have, I just kind of move on with my life. What do you do on hot days? I usually sweat. What do you want to practice? I don't know. I gotta practice. Um, hmm, editing, I guess. If I could, if I could find that stylus, I'd practice drawing. Get into that maybe. As a woman, what's the best way to ask someone out on a date? Um, ask them somewhere semi-public that you have. If you're an introvert, especially if you're an introvert, I would recommend like a movie or something so that you have something to talk about without having to try and force up conversation. I know a lot of introverts can't really do that. Ever think you'd give yourself a haircut? It's usually how I trim, or it's usually when I get trims. It's doing it myself because like I don't go get it done. Unfortunately, Barbie or Oppenheimer, which would you watch? I honestly I kind of want to see both, but if I had to pick one, I don't know. Barbie, because it would piss off the conservatives more. You a summer or winter person? Definitely winter. I hate the summer so much. Have you ever cried out of love? No. I'm a romantic. That's kind of odd. When can't you be your true self? Mostly at work. And that's mostly just because it gets super confusing and I work with a lot of old people, old conservative construction workers. So like that that can is going to be open sooner or later. It's just easier to not give a shit right now. Do you ever put scrambled eggs into chicken curry? I cannot say that I have. That actually sounds pretty disgusting. What have you seen that was disturbing? Somebody just asked me if I put scrambled eggs into chicken curry. That's pretty up there. Sprite or Pepsi? Which would you erase from history, and which would you keep? I would keep Pepsi because that's the one I actually drink. And then my spouse goes and says fucking Sprite. They would keep Sprite, even though we both are the ones that drink Pepsi, and she makes me mad sometimes. Have you ever listened to your gut and been right? Yeah, like when I'm sick and my gut's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this shit right now. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to you. And then I rested and it felt better. That works, right? I think that's an answer. What led you really letting go the last time? Gotta love these vague questions. Um, okay, so my throat really hurt from strep throat. So I ate a lot of ice cream and eventually was like, okay, no more bowls. I'm taking the entire bucket. I'm finishing that. So there. Anything you really missing right now? I really miss that ice cream. That was tasty. What band did you see live last, and how was it? Ah, that was Rammstein back in 2012. Oh my god, that was so long ago. That show was so fucking good, though. I was up in the nosebleed section, but I could still feel the flames from the stage. It was, that was a hell of a show. Advice on what to do if your crush doesn't like you back. Find a new crush, because, like, seriously, there are so many people out there. Don't get fixated on one person that doesn't really reciprocate. Name 3 animals you fear the most and 3 you love the most. Fear, I will say moose, sharks, and humans. Love, I would say bears, sharks, and cats. I can fear and love sharks. Do you swim? No, not since I transitioned. Sharks are just ocean puppies. Yeah, they just want to give you a little kiss. Don't worry about it. I used to swim a lot, and then I transitioned, and then people started seeing me badly. Yeah, the stairs really don't help, so I don't go swimming anymore. When someone says women are sensitive, what do you think? That it was said by an overly sensitive man. Hey, Kono. Their question is literally just hey. Hey, hey. Literally going from my DMs to my Tellonym, just trying to pick me up. Hilarious. How can I get a GFBF? Oh my god. Find social events that you like, that or social events that interest you. Go to them, meet people, and establish connections with people, establish relationships. They might not all lead to romantic relationships, but you build these skills that develop the way to get there. God damn it. Today was pretty eventful. Yeah, kinda. Don't suck at dating. That's how you get a partner. Just get good. Yeah, that'll fix it. What's the best way to get to know you? Watch every single one of my videos, like them all, and every time you see a stream come up, make sure you like that stream as well. That's how you get to know me the best. What was the last thing you fought about with someone? That would be the climate crisis. We got into a spat. How old are you? Again, 12,032. Pulling into McDonald's. What do you order? It's either a quarter pounder meal or a Big Mac meal, depending on how greasy I want my food. What's the best part of friendship? Ah, the morning after sex. Meese are terrifying. Oh my god, don't even get me started on Meese. Be honest, what's your opinion of yourself? Pretty mid commentator. Are surprises your thing? Why or why not? Eh. In what regard? Like surprising other people or getting surprised? Because, like, I'd rather not have deal with them, but, like, I can't really stop them, I guess. Is it easy to forget people fast? I don't forget people very fast. I do forget conversations pretty fast because I get distracted and there's a lot that gets thrown my way. Your last dream? Honestly, I don't even remember. I think it was something about someone had a Discord server that had a channel about me in it, and then I woke up and stopped giving a shit. Any idea why some people are so perfect? That's because you haven't seen their flaws yet and you've built up this image of them in your head. What to do if someone is too shy to talk to you? Uh, you still reach out to them, be friendly, but don't be like pushy about getting them to respond. Be cool, I guess. They'll open up sooner or later if you really want them to. You like cats or dogs? I prefer cats. How's your love life going? It is going. What should I do if my girlfriend still has pictures of her ex on her phone? Grow the fuck up. Not every relationship is, not every ex relationship is toxic or is desperately being held on to by the other person. Like, there's a lot of people that still talk with their exes. It really doesn't make that big of an issue unless you're the jealous type. Honestly, if you are the jealous type, really look at that yourself. Really ask yourself, do you trust your partner? Do your dreams stay fresh in your mind when you get up? No, not really. They tend to fade pretty quick. Thoughts on people who read a lot? Uh, they know more words than I do. I don't know. They probably spend their time in better ways than I do, flexing their brains. I just watch YouTube videos. What age or what's the age most people think you are? I honestly don't know. I assume like people think I'm late 20s, early 30s, but like that's up to them. That's usually what people think. Oh my god, this has been going on for an hour and a half. I wasn't actually sure if I was going to go through like every bit of question or every question, but I went through most of them. And that message to be end of video. Yay! Now that one's done. Um, I've just been answering questions from my Tellonym. If you don't know it, it's just a place to ask anonymous questions to people. I've got one out there. I turn it into segments occasionally. I don't do it as often as I should. Maybe I should do a little more. We'll see. We shall see. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.